that can rival the dollar's dominance. A unified BRICS currency, Russia, India, China, Brazil getting together and sharing currency, that's not going to happen.
The world is shifting beneath our feet, and if you're not paying attention, you might just miss the most groundbreaking change in global finance. BRICS nations are pushing to dethrone the US dollar and reshape the future of trade. This could affect everything from your investments to your daily life. Don't let this game-changing move pass you by. Find out how it will impact you. Establishment of a new reserve currency. The rise of BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has led to a significant shift in global financial dynamics. These nations are working towards creating a new reserve currency, offering an alternative to the US dollar's dominance. This initiative gained momentum during the BRICS summit in 2024. As leaders explore the potential for a new currency backed by gold or a basket of their national currencies. The motivation behind this shift lies in the desire for greater financial sovereignty. With the US dollar deeply entrenched in global trade, BRICS countries feel that their economies are vulnerable to fluctuations in the dollar's value, particularly when faced with economic sanctions or geopolitical tensions. By creating their own reserve currency, these nations aim to protect themselves from such risks and lessen their reliance on the US. In recent years, China and Russia have led this charge by promoting the use of their national currencies in international trade. The potential establishment of a new reserve currency would be a game changer for global finance, giving emerging economies a greater voice in shaping the financial future. The discussions surrounding this new reserve currency have only just begun, but if successful, they could mark a profound shift in the global economic order, signaling a move towards a more multipolar world. Development of alternative payment systems. BRICS nations are pushing to create alternative payment systems that could reduce their reliance on the US dollar. One of the most notable developments is BRICS Pay, a proposed digital payment platform designed to facilitate transactions among member countries without relying on Western-dominated financial systems. Currently, the global financial infrastructure is heavily dependent on the US dollar, which is used for the majority of international trade. However, BRICS countries have expressed concerns about the vulnerability of this system, especially in light of the growing geopolitical tensions and the possibility of economic sanctions. To address these concerns, BRICS Pay aims to create a secure and efficient method for transferring funds across borders within the group. This new system could help reduce transaction fees and enhance financial autonomy for BRICS nations. By creating a more inclusive global financial environment, these nations hope to challenge the dominance of the US dollar and promote a more balanced trading system. Though still in development, BRICS Pay represents a step toward a future where emerging economies can take control of their financial systems. Promotion of de-dollarization. BRICS nations have been at the forefront of promoting de-dollarization, a strategy aimed at reducing the dominance of the US dollar in international trade. The shift away from the dollar has been growing in importance, especially as countries look for ways to safeguard their economies from the risks posed by currency fluctuations and global economic instability. One key development in this movement was the 2024 agreement between China and Brazil, which allowed both countries to trade using their own currencies, the Chinese yuan and the Brazilian real, instead of the US dollar. This step is significant because it reflects a broader trend where nations within BRICS and beyond are exploring alternatives to the US dollar for trade settlements. The push for de-dollarization comes in response to the increasing sanctions and financial restrictions imposed by the United States. By using local currencies or forming financial alliances outside the dollar-based system, BRICS countries aim to reduce their exposure to US economic policies and create a more resilient global financial structure. While the path to de-dollarization is still a work in progress, it marks an important shift toward greater economic independence for these nations. Expansion of BRICS membership. The BRICS group, comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has been expanding its influence by welcoming new countries into its fold. This expansion is a strategic move aimed at strengthening the collective economic power of emerging markets and diversifying the global financial system away from US dominance. As of 2024, countries like Iran, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, and Indonesia have been included in the broader BRICS-plus group, further increasing its global clout. The expansion of BRICS membership is seen as a direct response to the changing dynamics of international trade and finance. By integrating more countries, BRICS aims to create a larger, more united front that can push for reforms in global financial institutions, challenging the influence of Western powers, particularly the US and the European Union. These new members bring additional resources, markets, and political influence to the group, which could result in a more multipolar global economy. This expansion represents a shift towards a more inclusive financial system, where emerging economies play a larger role in shaping the rules of global trade. With more countries looking to join the BRICS-plus group, the influence of this coalition is likely to continue growing, reshaping international financial relations in the years to come. Hosting of major summits. The BRICS nations have been using their summits to showcase their growing influence on the global stage. In October 2024, Russia hosted the BRICS summit in Kazan, where leaders from Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and new invitees like Iran came together to discuss crucial issues, including financial independence and reducing reliance on the US dollar. This summit was significant not only because of the number of participating nations, but also because it highlighted the group's commitment to challenging the established financial order. One of the key topics was the creation of alternative financial systems and currencies that could offer a counterbalance to the dominance of the US dollar. The leaders discussed steps towards enhancing trade among BRICS nations and expanding the use of local currencies, bypassing the dollar for mutual transactions. The summit also focused on minimizing the impact of Western sanctions, with the nations reaffirming their solidarity in creating an economic environment that prioritizes mutual benefit over dependence on external forces. By hosting such major events, BRICS nations are sending a strong message about their growing role in shaping the global economic future, paving the way for a more multipolar world. Accumulation of gold reserves. In response to the volatility of global financial markets and the risks associated with US dollar dominance, BRICS nations have been significantly increasing their gold reserves. This strategy serves as a safeguard against the uncertainties of the global economy and offers a stable alternative to currency fluctuations. The 2024 surge in gold purchases by central banks in BRICS countries is a clear sign of their growing commitment to protecting their financial interests. China, Russia, and India have been at the forefront of this trend, bolstering their reserves with gold as a hedge against potential economic instability, particularly in the face of unpredictable US monetary policies and inflation. The accumulation of gold is part of a broader effort by BRICS nations to build a more diversified and secure financial system. By holding substantial amounts of gold, these countries aim to reduce their reliance on foreign currencies and increase their financial independence. This move reflects a growing mistrust of the US dollar's long-term stability, and it could play a key role in the future of the global monetary system, positioning gold as an important asset in the ongoing global shift towards de-dollarization. Want to know how these changes could impact your future investments? Don't miss our next video on the future of real estate investing in a post-inflation world. It's time to stay ahead of the curve and secure your financial future. Hit that subscribe button now and be the first to get the insights that could shape your next big move. You won't want to miss it.